Hello, my name is Ethan and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Ultimatum League 3.14. In this episode, I want to go over my swap to Carrion Golems as a Necromancer. So you may be wondering, why didn't you go elementalist stone golems? It's because I don't have primordial chain, so we're using this in the meantime. And Carrion Golems feel better than running skeletons or zombies as your main link. I've tested it. I've also tested stones. I like Carrion over stones in my Necromancer. Because I'm not scaling the golem buff effect that well. So now that I've cleared up why I chose to do this, now I'll go into how I actually did it. We put Carrion Golem in the 6-link. 6-link is the same. Multi-strike 2020, anomalous impale 2020, divergent melee physical damage support 2020, the brutality 2020, and the anomalous minion damage support 2020. So I still have the 100% impale with the divergent dread banner with the enhance. It's all the same. The only difference is I took out Convocation for Tempest Shield because I don't want Convocation with the Carrion Golems because it messes them up. Skeletons instead of Chaos Golem and with the Mim. So you summon skeletons to get Mim, and you can Valskelly to also get more non-golem minions to have to buff up your golems, and then they also get the additional physical damage from the Carrion Golem, so it's really not bad to just have a 1-link Skelly, because it's so many minions getting flat physical, it's not that bad. And then the zombie in the helmet with Spectre, Feeding Frenzy, and the Life Tap. And then the only other swaps I had to make was some of the jewels, and I changed the skill tree, so I took out some life. We went from 7800 to 72, and I also had to take out some of the jewels. So I was able to fit in an anima stone, primordial might, and 2 primordial harmonies. I prioritized summoned golems have 45% increased cooldown recovery rate, and on this one I went for 40 with 19, and then it had the minions have 4% increased max life as the implicit through harvest crafting. And then I also ended up so I took this 4-point jewel socket and this 3-point jewel socket, so we could fit the rest of the jewels. And then when you're at this jewel socket, instead of spending 4 points around Constitution for 20% life, 5% per point, I do it here where I get 20% life and I get an extra 20 strength, 10 strength, and the 3% aura effect. So this is obviously better than just taking the Wheel of Constitution. And so this is pretty much all I had to do was take out some of the lackluster jewels in the build, which would pretty much be life plus minions deal increased damage. I had this one life, physical damage with minions attack speed, dex. We had this one, life, minion damage, and minion attack and cast speed. And then chaos, but the chaos doesn't do anything if you have brutality. So I just took these out, put in those jewels, and then you guys saw it on the Trial Master. That was Ultimatum T14, Spectres living, Zombies living, Carrion Golem killing. It wasn't too slow of a kill, honestly. It was pretty good. I also switched the Death Attunement node to the minion life and the minion regen because when stuff dies, the first thing to die is my Spectre when I had the other setup with the damage and the leech, and it's probably because the Carrion Golems and the zombies are leeching, but the Carnage Chieftain, Host Chieftain aren't leeching very much or at all. They're too busy using their ability, and so I decided to add an extra 1% regen to the minions, because if you look, I only had 1% on sacrifice, so this added another 1%, which is literally double the amount of minion regen on the Spectres. And especially the other reason why they would start dying is because I stopped running the Convocation. So I could start running Convocation again just to increase the survivability of the Spectre and the Zombie, but I could also craft a better helmet with maybe +2, so we could get an extra Spectre and an extra Zombie as well. That would be really cool. That would be nice, because then the extra levels would help the survivability. If we got the +2 wand, maybe a +2 ami, now that you can go, because Carrion Golems are intelligent skill gems, so we could go plus levels, and it'll level up this too. And I also realized it'll level up the Val Summon skeletons, and then we could also use Call to Slaughter in theory for the skeletons if we wanted to, but it's not really that worth it. Now you guys are probably wondering, so what is like the damage in POB? What does it look like? How does the build look? What are the defenses? Okay, so this is the build. We're looking at 521,000 per Carrion Golem, 4 of them, 2 million. This is basically the same as the zombies, but the zombies didn't have feeding frenzy, and the zombies don't leap slam, and the zombies are lazy, and the zombies are slow. So it's not even close. The only difference is zombies attack can't be evaded, and the built-in slam AoE thing, I guess. But we kind of have that in Carrion Golems too with its cascade. But okay, it's pretty interesting nonetheless. So yeah, 2 million damage, and then if I had to compare this to the Skellies, we were looking at 280,000 with 9 Skellies with melee splashing. So let's say clearing. Obviously it feels slightly worse because you would summon a Skelly on a pack and it would die, where you can't like just keep running and drop a thing and then because they follow you. It's slightly different, but either way, the 280,000 times 9 was only 2.5 million, and that's with frenzy and power charges and everything being perfect. Whereas with this, it's much more likely that the power and frenzy charges are actually going to work for the minions because my fortify's on. Because we have the specters, and we have permanent Carrion Golems this time, and my specters have feeding frenzy actually in this build, so they're aggressive, they're in there, they're trying to do the thing, and it's compared to Skellies where I'm constantly respawning them also, so they're losing the charges because they're a freshly spawned skeleton instead of the one that has the charges. So that 2.5 might not be consistent. So point is, this is a pretty cool swap, and I'd honestly highly recommend it, and it's actually pretty good. And we're at a 7,200 life, so we lost 600. We lost the Chaos Golem, so we lost 5% physical damage reduction, but then we gained the clear of Carrion Golem, and the quality of life of the AI and the mobility and all that. But obviously, I'm now squishier, and I need to make up these defenses elsewhere. And so I would like to now probably upgrade my gear with some big upgrades. But this is pretty fucking sick. Oh, there's one more thing I have to fix. Always, every time. It's so annoying. And then you actually are tankier. See? 16,000 with the bone armor. And then I use my immortal call and I go to 17.6 thousand. Yup. It's a lot better, but still my physical one shot is so bad. Holy fuck. I need more. I need more physical damage reduction. That's the appealing part of the of going the primordial chain elementalist with the stone golem and the chaos golem. High physical damage reduction, high life regen, and just so tanky, but this feels really fucking good, and I like it quite a lot, even with the nerfs. And so I just wanted to put out this update video for people to be able to try it out as well as a necromancer. Then they can, fit in their bigger items, big wand, big ammi, bigger chestplate, hunter influence, phys as chaos, increased effective offerings, get a shield with Shaper, and get life on block, max all res, max cold life, etc. That's going to be really good with spell block. Holy fuck. And then like an influenced hunter belt or something, so I could get increased life, or even an elder belt for increased life and life recovery rate. That would be fucking sick. We could get minion damage on the glove and the rings, and then enchant helmet. There you go. That's how you would upgrade the build. And this was also still 100% impale with no clusters. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope this update helps anyone who wanted to play Carrion Golems. Obviously, this isn't the final update. There's going to be tons and much more This is just the first day I swapped into it, and I need to put this out so people have the full picture of how to do it. Alright. I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon, my YouTube members who financially support the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to anyone new who joins the Patreon and YouTube members today, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!